All right. Well, thanks a lot, Farah, and welcome everybody to the call. I'm in Los Angeles, California. I've been a real estate broker here for about 25 years, and I don't do that anymore because I found out that's why they call us brokers. If I stayed in real estate, I'd be broker. So anyway, I I really had an advantage on this because I've known Richard Anzalone for about 23 years. He's been my best friend. I was at his wedding, vice versa. And so if somebody else would have told me about it, because I get maybe several calls a day on different things, I wouldn't have listened because I'm not a gambler. I never placed a bet in my life. I never bought a lottery ticket. And so, but when I heard that Rick Mikey, who you learn about, he was the running this. He's the CEO. I knew Rick for about 3-4 years, so I knew this was sustainable and long term. There's a lot of stuff out there since the big Z went down that are copycats, and they just really aren't sustainable. So it's kind of bad to make a big hit and then lose your reputation the rest of your life. So I had to be careful. But when I heard Rick Mikey was involved as the CEO, I went ahead, even though I had zero on the left, zero on the right, and I just started calling people, and I became the top earner because I got more no's. It's that simple. And now a lot of those people are actually telling me yes. But that's it. I mean, I made enough money in my first month. I made more money than most people make in a year. In my sixth week, I made the same amount of money in 1 week. And then I finished up 3.5 months here. I made enough money to buy a house anywhere in America, all cash. So it's been quite a rags to riches. When you look at last year, I think some of you can relate to this. I had the worst financial situation pretty much anybody can have. I actually had I had to file a personal bankruptcy, and I lost my car. I lost my house that I've had for 30 years, worth $3.5 million at the peak, and I lost my wife. So I kind of get choked up, but I really, really, really miss my car. So anyway, we'll wait for that one. Anyway, it's funny. I did a three-way the other day with how there's cultural differences. A guy from Finland, and when I said that, there was kind of silence, and then a few seconds later he said, "What kind of car was that?" Anyway, so we're having a lot of fun. This is really net fun marketing. It's not network marketing. I mean, network marketing, you better have a full-time job if you're doing network marketing, especially in the beginning. And then maybe after 5 or 10 years, you'll make the kind of money that Farah and Dave and I and Richard, and I understand there's about 50 people making 20,000 in 1 month right now, and we're only not even 4 months old. So go try that in network marketing. You'll never do it. But unless you bring a big company into another company, maybe you'll do it. Or you wait 5 or 10 years, maybe you'll do it. Otherwise, these incomes are just fabulous because really it all goes back to Rick Mikey. He's at the head of the helm here. He knows the network marketing like nobody else. 15 years, 17 years now as CEO, never been late with a check, never got hit by the authorities for doing something wrong, and he never was involved with a company that got shut down. So this is really, really long term. That's the main reason I'm doing it. But it's a lot of fun because you don't have to explain what gambling is. We're not going to have a seminar, a Super Saturday, and we're going to teach everybody how to gamble. It's a given. It's been doing it for thousands of years, and it'll never stop. They don't turn the lights off in Vegas and say, we're going to take a 4-hour break. No, it goes on and on and on. So that's why it's so simple and easy, really. But it's the same principle that you guys have been struggling selling vitamins. You just talk to a lot of people. Only this time the people will listen. I mean, I really kind of have it out to you. If you are selling nutrition or skincare or telephone service, you got to explain why your product or service is better than the other 50,000 out there that claim the same thing. So with us, we got no competition, we got no attrition, because people will quit any company, and then when they do quit a vitamin company to go to another diet, your volume goes down and considerably. With this, people might quit the business, which they always do in any company, but at least they're going to still gamble from their own website. So there's no attrition. There's checks keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the company will even a week after you earn it on a Friday, the next week it can go into your bank account or onto your credit card. And, these checks are very, very big, as you can see. And the company will even give you a credit card if you want. So there it is. Anyway, so everything's big. And we've got a beautiful Hong Kong office that we just signed a lease. We're a U.S. corporation based in Hong Kong. And the Hong Kong office is like $1 billion view. It's basically right on the harbor, all glass building, way high up, and you see all the buildings with the neon signs, you know, Sony, Samsung, whatever. And so that's our office that we just firmed up. It should be open probably in about 2 weeks with all the furnishings. So we're really got something to be proud. You need to do your due diligence ASAP, and then just go to work. Even now during the holidays, if you got some people in Australia, they don't have Thanksgiving there. You can make calls there. And but even in the States, you want to make some calls in the next 2 days, and then think about the holidays coming up. People are going to see people they haven't seen in a long time, and they're going to say, so what you been up to? And you just got to reply with one sentence. Say, I make money every time someone places a bet worldwide. And then they're going to ask you to explain it. Say, well, we're at a party here. I don't want to do it. Just give me your email. And then you send them a video or a copy of this Hangout, and that's it. You don't want to be talking too much. You want to talk less to more people. You know, when I tell my people to make 100 calls next week, I don't mean that they should call the same person 100 times. So basically, you got to call people, and that's the trick of this business. It's really it's a phone-based business, you know, and you can do it on the internet too, as Farah can teach you guys, and that's another way to reach people all over the world. So anyway, with that, I want to thank you for having me on the call, and back to you, Farah.
All right. Well, let me interview just a little bit, Dennis, since it's so rare that we can have this great opportunity to talk with the #1 earner. You know, Dennis, I will say, you know, me and Richard both, you know, we're really astounded at the response you got with I2G, because I know me and you were trying to do another program about a year ago, and all of these people that we were calling would not even pick up the phone. And what I would like to ask you first, what is the difference that turned this all around? Because there are a lot of people watching here tonight, and they've been striking out left and right. And your story is inspiring them, and your story has actually made us a ton of money. And can you even explain it? You know, why did you get people to listen to you now? And you know, in 1 year ago, you know, nobody would even pick up the phone.
Because I think it's because I learned how to Skype, and when I Skype and I call somebody, they don't know it's me.
That is awesome. And Dennis, you know, when I tell people that you're not even on Facebook, you don't have a capture page, we just taught you how to get on Skype, they almost like don't even believe me. They're like, he's not on Facebook. So your tool of the trade, you're telling everybody, is the telephone.
Yeah, I really aren't very technical. You know, I mean, years ago, you know, I knew there was, you know, Spacebook and MyFace, and I'd get them all mixed up. And so this is my first time on a Google Hangout, you know, so I barely got on. But anyway, yeah, it's wonderful to reach people over the internet, but you really got to have a heart-to-heart talk with them, or you're not going to get anywhere, because they'll jump. If they came to you in a heartbeat, they'll go to another deal in a heartbeat, and they won't even have a chance to see how good this is. A lot of people, you know, that we have the Emperor Pool, and the Emperor Pool, people have to realize that it's not going to be an overnight killing. It's like doubling a penny. In other words, we just started the gambling the end of August, so people are just getting, it's word of mouth. I mean, if you guys if you're new on this broadcast and you don't know, if you don't believe that word of mouth is the way to go as far as spreading the word, and you don't believe that online gaming is very profitable, then you know, skip this. But if you do believe, you should get in any second, because there's been stories of people who waited over a weekend, and now one of the top earners, besides me, is now not under them, but they're under the top earner. So it just it's really a sense of urgency, and this Emperor position, being in the founders pool, is not going to last forever. And you don't want to be, you know, last one in, and they'll say sorry. So basically, that's what's happening. We've got a real thing that's never been done before, and people don't understand. They think it's the same old, same old. But all I can say, I really believe in my heart that this is net fun marketing. I mean, there's so much difference between this and network marketing that when people see it, they can. Their stories, just like mine. People never made a dime in network marketing. Then they get into net fund marketing with us, and they go to town. So it's just quite different. I think that's why I got the response, because you mentioned the online gaming, and we share the profits, and it gets people's attention, whereas everything else is kind of like same old, same old.
Yeah, we really do have a unique opportunity. And, I think last week I talked to you guys a lot about storytelling and, uh, and sharing the stories. And in particular, I mentioned to you guys Dennis Dvornin's story. And, that story can make you guys $1 million. Our story, mine and Dennis, we're both ex-MLM strikeout losers, and Dave, and, you can use all of those stories. Now, Dennis, now tell me, do you use these stories to help recruit people? Are you telling people about the kind of money? Do you think maybe that is making a little bit of difference in the kind of people you're being able to,
Yeah,
left and right?
it helps. And then even the people that just came in, they can use our story until they have their own story. But you don't want to talk too much. Just have them look at a video or a recording like what we're doing today or something like that, and let that do the work for you, and then just do a three-way with your upline, and then they can answer the questions. So ultimately, nobody should be saying no to you. They should be saying no to us, but we won't talk to them unless they've already been exposed to the business in some form or another.